JJ the CPA is here.
People, when your house is on fire, are you just gonna sit around wondering what hose to use? No! Go put the fire out. Go get your PPP and your EIDL. Now!
JJ the CPA here. Hope you're doing well. Listen, there's a lot of you that are missing the boat when it comes to, and don't turn it off after I say these next two words, because this is going to put more money in your pocket, even if you're self-employed. But tax credits, literally, it is money that you can put in your pocket. It is better than PPP. It is better than EIDL, because this is true reduction in your tax, which means more money in your pocket, right? So if you're having to pay $5,000 in taxes and you get a tax credit for $1,000, you now only have to pay $4,000, and that's $1,000 in your pocket. So instead of $5,000, only $4,000 goes to the government, and $1,000 you get to keep. So there's these tax credits, and even for the self-employed, you're able to take advantage of this, as well as then the employers. And I'm gonna be quick in this video because I'm putting a playlist in here that is all about these credits. And I'm telling you, I've got whiteboard up, I've got examples, I walk you through it. I have a number of videos. It's like, well, if you have this circumstance, here's how it works. The employee retention credit, okay? The expanded family medical leave act credit, and then the sick leave credit. So here's the deal. I'm gonna put this up right close. Sorry, we got a little glare here. All right. Hey, listen, you gotta remember, I'm just putting this together for you in my spare time. So sorry we had a little glare. The reason I'm doing this is you can do a quick screenshot of this if you'd like, because this is a summary. But I'm telling you, go to the playlist because I'm walking through all of this with you. So look at this right here, okay? The top item, the sick leave tax credit. All right, that's up to $511 a day if you have COVID, $200 a day if you're caring for somebody that has COVID, and that applies to your employees up to 10 days. The Expanded Medical Leave Act, okay, if you have employees or you're out having to care for someone under 18, simply because the government is shutting you down, this is $10,000 per employee or $10,000 per self-employed. And then we have the employee retention credit that is up to $10,000 per employee. So bear with me. I want to set this back down. But when we're talking about these tax credits, okay, so for the self-employed, on these top two, it applies to you, and it's a reduction of the self-employment taxes, dollar for dollar. So if you had COVID and you couldn't work up to 10 days, that's up to a $5,110 tax credit to you, which is $5,000 less that you have to pay into the government. Literally $5,000 more in your pocket. If you're self-employed or you're an employer, okay, and you were out for 10 days, you're gonna get this tax credit if you were just caring for somebody with COVID. If your employee on either one of those scenarios had these circumstances and you paid them, you get this tax credit, right? So these top two are for self-employed. The sick leave is up to 10 days, okay, but that adds up. And then for the Expanded Family Medical Leave Act, that's up to $10,000 per employee. So if you have employees that are out for that and you've been paying them, even if it's just $2,000, but you have 10 employees, you're gonna get $2,000 per employee because it's up to $10,000 per employee. Got 10 employees that you did that, $20,000 tax credit potential. Now, you can take the first two even if you took PPP. And now this bottom one, the employee retention tax credit, that's 50% of the wages that you're paying to your employees while you're closed, okay, up to $10,000 per employee. Now, the one caveat on that is that it's for employers only, and you could not have received PPP to be eligible for that. But here's the thing. The reason I'm not walking through each one of these is that I have specific videos for you tied into my website, jjthecpahelp.com. No booby traps. You don't give me your email. I have worksheets. I have examples. You need to not miss out on this, okay? You want to be aware of what these tax credits are, because here's how you realize them, even for the self-employed. You don't pay in the tax that's due related to payroll right now. So if you owe the $5,000 in payroll taxes, you owe $5,000 in self-employment taxes that would be part of your quarterly estimated tax payments, and you just have $1,000 tax credit. Right now, you're only sending in $4,000. Right now, you experienced $1,000 savings. It's not that hard to figure out. I walk you through it. So you need to go to the playlist. I got all the worksheets, and seriously, you could calculate these things yourself, because it's really not hard. Okay. Sick leave is someone that's out because they have COVID or told to quarantine by a medical professional. The sick leave is also if you're out caring for somebody with COVID or told to quarantine by a medical professional. Do you have that? Did it happen to you? Did it happen to your employee? You qualify, right? Or you qualify as the employer. Now it's just a matter of, well, what is it? Is it 511 a day or 200 a day? Well, it's real simple. If you or the employee actually had the COVID, it's up to $511 a day. If they're caring for somebody with COVID or told to quarantine by a medical professional, it's up to $200 a day. Now, what do you mean up to 511, and what do you mean up to 200? Here's the thing. If you're already questioning, like, how does that work? I bet it applies to you. So you need to go to the videos. There's no booby trap here. Go to the videos and watch them. Go to the playlist. But here's what it is. Okay. If you pay your employee $1,000 a day and they have COVID and they were out for 10 days, okay, you're going to be able to get a tax credit for what you paid them, but a max $511 a day to that employee, but then for the 10 days. Now, if you had somebody that has COVID or told to quarantine and you only pay them $80 a day, well, you pay them for 10 days, well, $80 a day times 10 days, that's your tax credit. Again, a reduction dollar for dollar of your payroll tax. Now, for the Expanded Family Medical Leave Act, did you pay an employee, or were you having to stay home and take care of somebody, or your employee had to take care of somebody under the age of 18 because the schools were shut down? Now, yes, right now in the summer, a few weeks left, doesn't really apply, but it's going to, right? You have virtual requirements or virtual options across the nation. So you need to be aware of that. Okay, well, wait, how does that work? How does it work? I walk through video after video after video. So you just need to do a little extra work for yourself by just watching a couple of more videos. Go to the worksheets. Again, I get nothing out of this. The employee retention credit, very simple. Is your business shut down because the government said? Boom, 50% of what you're paying your employees, you get as a tax credit. What you pay them, you are getting as a tax credit. Now, I walk you through how you can get that money now. I walk you through that if you already did it, how you get the money back from the IRS. That's right, they write you a check. So the only reason I'm being kind of excited right now is that many are missing the boat on this. Missing the boat on this. It's like, oh, that's too complicated. It's too complicated to get $1,000 back in your pocket, or keep $1,000 in your pocket. I don't know what you make an hour, okay? But even if it took you an hour or two to figure all that out, it's definitely time well spent. Same thing with just understanding, well, how does a credit work? Do a little extra work, or talk with whoever's doing your payroll with you, or whoever's calculating your estimated tax payments, to help you figure out the credit. Now, if they're just saying to you, well, you don't really apply, or if you took PPP, you don't get the credits. Well, it's only related to the employee retention credit that if you took PPP. If you got EIDL, you can take any of those credits, okay? So here's the thing. I feel like I'm selling you these tax credits. You don't give me your email. You're not gonna find yourself going down a path to hire me to figure out your tax credits for you, okay? You need to just do it yourself. That's why I'm trying to jazz this video up right here so that you'll take advantage of these things. Again, even if you were like, well, shoot, I wasn't aware of that, I did that, you can go back and get and capture those credits and offset it on your payroll taxes right now or against your quarterly estimated tax payments for the self-employed. So if it's a dizzy, I'm telling you right now, I've got videos where I put a whiteboard up and I just walk through one example. I got another video where I walk through a couple of examples. I got another video where I go, well, if you have 3 employees, you go to the worksheets that I have on my website. I promise you, you don't enter in an email address. You just go to jjthecpahelp.com. I have it there for free. 0 booby traps. All right, hey, now I will tell you this. I am going to ask you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you made it to here and you haven't subscribed, what? Come on. Hit that button, subscribe. I'm dropping value for you, especially if you're able to get any of these tax credits. You watch this video and are going to get money back in your pocket for nothing. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me. Oh, and hey, now you can go to jjthecpa.com, okay? jjthecpa.com on ways that you can hire me. So I am making it very clear to you, JJ the CPA help, everything free. You don't tell me who you are. You go to jjthecpa.com. I still don't want to know who you are unless you want to tell me who you are. But you can find ways maybe to have a conversation with me by phone or a Zoom or whatever makes sense for you. All right, hey, at the end of the day, all of this value for you for nothing. All right, hey, have a great one.
JJ the CPA is here. Met a CPA quite like me. Nah,
you never met a CPA quite like me.
Never met a CPA quite like me. Nah,
you never met a CPA quite like me.
JJ running numbers like it's Wall Street.
Hi, this is JJ the CPA, and
JJ the CPA is here, been doing this for years. Never met a CPA quite like JJ. All you gotta do is get at me if you wanna get paid. A is for always, B is for B, now C is for closing, cause money never sleeps.
JJ the CPA has been serving thousands of businesses for the last 27 years. He is also a national speaker teaching CPAs across the U.S. about the latest tax laws, as well as an author and now what many call a YouTuber. Through this COVID era, JJ became a voice of calm during the pandemic, guiding countless businesses, self-employed individuals, and fellow tax pros through the PPP maze. Now, JJ is taking his know-how to help businesses that have asked for his help to rebound out of this mess that no one saw coming. He is doing this out of his own pocket, not for a fee, and to simply show the American business owner that they are not alone. JJ, America's CPA, is here to help save the entrepreneurial spirit, one business at a time.
JJ the CPA is here. Let's go, let's go. Yeah. The CPA is here, been doing this for years. We bout to get your money right, you got nothing to fear. From the burbs to the ghetto, put the pedal to the metal. I got my mind. JJ the CPA is here.